What up, Kayla's crew, and welcome to Kayla's Eat and Greet. So today we're doing my homemade tuna noodle casserole, and this is my way of doing it a little bit healthier, with just like pretty much whole foods like whole grain pasta, organic cream of mushroom soup, veggies. So it's not really that bad for you. So the cheese on top kind of melted like into the liquid because I think I made it a little too liquidy, but it's cooked down perfectly to where like there's no liquid at the bottom, you know what I mean? So I think it's just like a cheesy sauce now at this point, which is fine. I'm totally fine with it. But it looks really hot. I didn't really let it cool down yet, so let's take a bite. Here we go. Oh my god, that's hot. That's hot. I'm gonna need to let this cool down a little bit. Oh, it's so good though. Let's look over here. I think there's more cheese on this side. Let's try. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of cheese still on the top on this side. Looks like this side is a little thicker, this side's a little thinner. Mmm. So I tried something a little different because this is the only like baking dish I have. And it's huge. What is it, like a 9x13? I have no idea what this is. But when I was at the store today, I forgot to get like a little like disposable pan. And I didn't want to make like a double batch. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use half a pound of pasta instead. Like when I usually make this dish size, I'll do a full pound of pasta, right? And like more of the sauce, obviously. But I was like, you know what, I'm still going to just do half a pound of pasta and just 2 cups of the chicken broth. I still used the whole, well, I probably would have used 2 of the condensed soups if I'd have done a whole pound of pasta. So this is kind of like a thin layer of pasta here. But I think it helped it like cook down into like a really nice casserole sauce at the bottom. And oh my god, I still used 2 cans of tuna instead of just 1. Like, I wanted it tuna-y, you know? So, even though this is like a half batch, I still use the full amount of tuna like that I usually do for a pound. So this, I put it in my tracking app as a recipe. So I put in all the ingredients that I used and the amounts, like the weights or the like amounts of cups or whatever, or like tablespoons or whatever. And I put it in my recipe, and then I put in a like I made it 4 servings. So like I'll have a quarter of it, then another quarter. Like so there's 4 quarters of it. Duh. I'm sorry. And 1 serving is only 590 calories. So pretty good amount of protein too. I'll share it on the screen with you guys. I'll put it over here. Actually, no. I'm gonna put it over here, which is easier for you guys. This is amazing. So flavorful. I only added salt to the veggies. The tuna was no salt added, but of course the cream of mushroom soup and the chicken broth had a little sodium in it, so that was apparently enough to season this whole ass thing, and it's so tasty. It's so tasty, you guys. Let me try to hold one up close to you. And the carrots and celery are nice and soft. The onions just completely melted into everything, so you don't even really... That's the thing about this. I will sometimes do like peas instead of doing like celery and carrots. I'll just do like peas, just as the vegetable. But I don't love peas because they retain their texture. They have a little pop to it when you bite into it. I don't like peas. If you heard that crunch, by the way, it was a little bit of noodle it was on the side that kind of got a little like crispy. There's a bunch of them. Here's one. Ooh. But yeah, like I prefer a tuna noodle casserole dish that has vegetables that you don't notice. Like I don't want to take a bite of tuna noodle casserole and have like a crunchy big onion in there and like a full carrot. I mean, you know what I mean? So like these vegetables, they're so soft because I cooked them a little bit before and they baked for 30 minutes. They just melt right in your mouth, like with everything else. Perfect casserole. Ooh, it's hot. But today I went to the store. It was actually a different store than I normally go to, Cantoro's Market. It's an Italian market, like, I think it's in Plymouth or Canton or something around here. But the reason I went there is because, like, they have the pesto that I like that has the olive oil instead of, like, the soybean oil or whatever. But I went there and I just did a whole week's worth of shopping because I was there. Because me and my brother are doing a couple meals again this week. I think we're going to start doing meals together. Like, I'm going to cook for him every Mondays and Wednesdays because he's liking it and he wants to be a little bit healthier, not 100%, but and he's also not making like a ton of money. So, you know, grocery shopping a little bit is helping both of us save money. So I'm excited. On Monday, we're doing, also today, when you guys see this, we're doing chicken broccoli Alfredo. It's going to be amazing. I got actual Parmigiano Reggiano, which I don't think I've ever tried. It's always Parmesan, like, which is, I know it's not the same. It's very similar. It's like a hard cheese, like a hard salty cheese, but I think Parmigiano Reggiano is like what typically goes, actually like authentically goes into, Alfredo sauces. So that's exciting. And then Wednesday, he wants me to make eggs Benedict, so I'm going to do that. But the store was so busy today. Today's Sunday. It was, and I even got in line and the guy like next to me or in front of me or whatever was like, I guess never come here on a Sunday. And I'm like, yeah, I've never been here on a Sunday. This is my first time here on a Sunday, so I will keep that in mind. It was so fucking, like, luckily the parking lot is like probably a square mile. No, not a square mile. Probably like a half mile in length at least. I had to park at least halfway down that parking lot because it was just every spot was taken. So it was a little hike to get up to the store, and then inside the store, every aisle was just, you couldn't get through. You had to like wait and be like, excuse me, like people. It was just like a zoo, yo. Like I'm like, I'm never doing this again on a Sunday. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, me and Butter are actually having another meal this week on next Sunday. We're doing chicken wings before the Super Bowl. I'm going to make 3 different kinds of wings. I'm going to make like a Parmesan garlic. I'm going to do my famous lemon pepper. I don't think he's ever tried any of my wings. It's famous to me. I love my lemon pepper wings. I'm going to try Parmesan garlic, and I'm going to try a buffalo because he likes like spicy wings. So that's going to be our meal for like the Super Bowl, and he's taking that day off, so that's next Sunday. But yeah, anyway. It was still, like, as busy as the store was, it was still really fun because I just, like, took my time. I mean, you couldn't really rush. There was people in the way, so I kind of forced you to take your time and, like, browse and look around. I found these really cool oatmeals, like, they're individual oatmeals that the only thing, they don't have any added sugar in them. They're flavored, right, like, with blueberry or apple, but they have actual pieces of, like, apple in them, and they're flavored by monk fruit extract that doesn't have sugar in it, and there's no actual sugar. So I was super excited to find those. They were tucked away, hidden, because I was looking for the oatmeal for like probably 15 minutes in that store. I'm like, maybe they don't have oatmeal here. Maybe this place is too healthy. But no, it was like tucked away. I think it was like right before you got to the milks and like eggs, the dairy section. It was like a little shelf like right to the right of it. And there was a cart, like a huge cart in front of it. You know, one of those ones where you would like, I guess if you're working there, you would use to like bring things in stock. So it was sitting in front of it. So I was like kind of looking, and then I saw like Quaker Oats at the very bottom shelf. I'm like, this must be where the oatmeal is. So I just moved the cart out of the way and looked at the whole shelf and found gold, y'all. They were dusty. That's how hidden they were. There was dust on the top of them. I did check the expiration date. They don't expire till May of this year, so we're good. I mean, it's oatmeal. It's like dried. Everything's dried. Dried apples, everything. Haven't tried them yet, but I think I'm having oatmeal for breakfast on Tuesday. So I'll let y'all know next week if it was good. I'm still going with the calendar for my meals. I still have a calendar on my refrigerator. I don't know if I said refrigerator. It's either fridge or refrigerator, right? It's not refrigerator. Let me know. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Anyway, on my fridge, I have this like whiteboard where I have my calendar, and I put down what I'm going to eat every day. I am sticking to 3 meals a day, guys. No snacking in between. Like, I'm not even snacking on things like, you know, tuna or like, you know, like those like paleo snacks, like the paleo puffs. Like, I'm not snacking on anything, which I'm super excited about because I would always eat like 4 or 5 times a day because I get hungry every 4 hours. But I've got it down to where I don't eat until like at least noon. And then that's my breakfast. And then I don't eat again until like 6. And then I eat again for dinner at 10 p.m. My morning meal is small. My middle meal is my big meal. It's like my dinner. But I call it lunch because it's the middle meal. So like my 6 p.m. meal would be like my chicken Alfredo with my brother tomorrow. And then my 10 p.m. meal is a light snack. So it's not a snack. It's a meal still. It's dinner. But it would be like 2 of my chicken sausages with some mustard. Or another example might be, what's another example? Oh, I have these cauliflower mac and cheese like sides in my freezer. They're like 350 calories. So one of those. So yeah, those are some like options of my, I call my dinner, okay, so I call my third meal my lunch, and I call my 6 p.m. middle meal my dinner. So I was trying to front load everything and have my biggest meal, then a smaller meal, then a smaller meal, but that just didn't work for me. I'm finding that this works. And guess what? Ever since I've gotten into a little better of a mood, and maybe I've been moving around more, I have no idea, but I'm starting to lose weight finally again. I don't know if I told you guys, but it had been so long since I'd lost even a pound. And, well, I thought it was longer. I looked at my tracking app of where I put my weight in. It had been since like middle to end of December since I lost any weight. And I was hovering between like 339 to anywhere to like 344. So I was like sort of like not really gaining because it was just kind of going up and down and up and down. I mean, I technically gained from my lowest. My lowest was 338.6. So yeah, if I was 344, I gained. But so I was kind of like really discouraged, you know, from December till now. Well, not now. I think like a few days ago. No, yesterday is when I first noticed I started losing weight again, and then I lost again today. But anyway, I was super discouraged, and that's why I think I might have been eating out a little bit more, not really caring as much. I was frustrated. Whatever I did could not lose. So I'm like, whatever, I guess I'll just still stick to my calories, but like, I don't care what I eat. You know what I mean? But now, kind of remotivated, reinvigorated, and that schedule is helping me out so much. I think eating 3 times a day is good for me. I would like it to be earlier. Like I would like my last meal to be like around 8 p.m. But I have to eat like before I lay down for bed. And yeah, I don't go to bed till 1 a.m. I don't really go to sleep until 1, but I'll go lay down at like 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., right? So I want to have my dinner like right then. I don't know why. It's part of my eating disorder. I feel like it just I'm a night eater, you know? So trying to like slowly but surely, because for a while my late night dinner lunch was 11 p.m. So I'm like kind of slowly but surely moving it back to where I can get it to 8 p.m. eventually, hopefully, and then not eat right before laying down for bed. So that's going well. I'm excited. Just excited to kind of be back on track and like be down a couple pounds now finally. Oh my gosh. It literally, like, I was talking to my friends. I went out with a couple of my friends to a Chinese restaurant Saturday maybe. And no, maybe Friday. And I was talking to them like, yeah, I've lost like 70 pounds, but it has been like 70 pounds since December. Like, it's not anymore. And they're like, oh, good job. But it's like, I was kind of complaining like, yeah, but still, like, it kind of sucks. And we were at this Chinese buffet. I ate as little as I possibly could, but still had bad things. I mean, it's a Chinese buffet. I had 2 of the chicken wings. I had, we had dessert. Like, there's like a little ice cream machine. We all had a little ice cream after the meal. And like, so yeah, I didn't eat great that day because going out with my friends. I hadn't been out with them in so long. And our waitress friend, who works there, and that's why we kind of go there. We have been her friend since, oh my God, 2007? 2007. So that's like 16 years. We knew her because she worked in Ann Arbor when me and my friend went to school at U of M. She worked at one of the Chinese restaurants there. She still actually works there, but there's one that she works at on the weekends that's closer to us. But yeah, so we visited her. She was super excited. We had not seen her since before COVID. Yeah, she was so excited to see, I was excited to see her. But yeah, I was just complaining to them about how I can't lose weight. And like the next day, after the Chinese buffet, yeah, it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday. Because today's Sunday. Saturday, I step on the scale in the morning and I'm like 2 pounds down. And I'm like, maybe it's because I ate a lot of sodium and like drank a lot of water because of the sodium and it flushed it all out because I was like swollen. I don't know. I was just trying to, I'm like, that's a fluke. And then today, I lost another pound. And I'm like, but I did really good eating yesterday. So, probably because I lost weight and I was like, ooh, get a little motivation. But yeah. We'll see. I know it has only been a couple days, but this is kind of salty, I feel like, and I think it's the chicken broth I got. I had gotten this last week. But that was I did a shopping list on Instacart. So I couldn't pick out, like I had picked out the low sodium chicken broth, right? But the person who's shopping for me at Kroger was like, "Oh, hey, they don't have the low sodium chicken broth. What do you want?" I was like, anyone's fine. Like I don't like to be like, "Oh, this specific brand." Like I don't know the brands. She's like, "Okay." And then she can, obviously when it gets delivered, I'm like, "Okay, it's not low sodium, but that's fine." But that's why I'm glad I didn't put any more salt in this. Ooh. That was so hot. I don't know why are there places that are still really hot? Oh, that was a big piece of tuna, though. So yeah, things are going really well for me. It's been a good week. I did 2 mukbangs this week. I have an idea for what I want to do next week, too. So it's good to, kind of be ahead with my ideas, because for a while there, I was just I had no ideas of what I wanted to eat for you guys, or film in general, But, man, I'm getting kind of full. I'm wondering if I had more than a fourth of this. I can't tell because I've been eating from both sides. I was planning on just eating, one side and just being like, okay, that's about a fourth. Damn it. Oh, well. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I do have to estimate on my tracking app, which kind of, pisses me off, and, that bothers me, I can't think of another good example other than when I do make a recipe. If I can't tell if I've eaten exactly half of the thing, you know what I mean? I don't know. I prefer going by weight. When I make pasta like this, I'll put it on my scale in a bowl. Well, I'll put a bowl on my scale and pour it in there. Make it exactly fucking 8 ounces. This is freaking good, you guys. I'm loving it. It's a perfect amount of celery and carrots. Could have used more onion, honestly. I don't have a lot of oniony flavor, but everything melted into it so well. I am pretty full, and I think I've eaten, a good amount of this, to be honest. So I'm probably gonna get going, but it was nice hanging out with you guys. I definitely wanted to, tell you about my day in the supermarket. It was just crazy there. But I had so much fun getting out. I don't get out of the house often, even to grocery shop. Like I said the week before, I did a Instacart order. I just hate going to the big supermarkets because the lines take forever. So I'll go to little markets like this Italian market I went to today. Or, I also, like I said, I got chicken wings as well for me and my brother for the Super Bowl. But I went to my butcher shop for those because the Italian market didn't have, they had chicken wings, but they were the full wings where they're attached. And I'm like, my butcher market has the wing dings separated, you know what I mean? So that's what I want. I'm not trying to cut my own fucking wings or eat whole ones. I've never been able to do that. But yeah, I like to go to little markets. I have Joanna's Market that's right down here if I need something quick. Or just a couple tomatoes or something, I ran out. But if I need a real big grocery order, I hate going to the supermarkets like Kroger, Meijer. Oh, man. It was so nice out today, too. Oh my gosh, it was 42 degrees, I believe, when I was out there. It was to the point where, like, while I was shopping, just moseying, walking around this grocery store, I started, like, sweating. And I had to take off my jacket. It was, like, a light jacket. And I walked outside, t-shirt, it felt great. Had the window all the way down on the way home. Oh my God, it was so good. But, yeah. Yeah, I did that this week, and then, like I said, a couple days ago, I hung out with my two friends at the Chinese restaurant. We were gonna go bowling afterwards, but we couldn't. We got there. It was the bowling alley is literally right next door to the bowling alley, or to the like, Chinese restaurant. We went there, and there were signs on the front door that said "No open bowling." But I looked behind the front door, and there was like they're glass doors, right? And there was another set of glass doors, and those ones said "Open bowling Fridays and Saturdays from this time to this time." I'm like, which one is it, yo? Probably the ones that are on the front ones, but we walked in anyway, and we're like, hey, you got open bowling? They're like, no. Did it say we had open bowling? I'm like, yeah, it did, back there. He's like, oh, sorry, those signs should have been taken down. They were having some, like, fundraiser event, and they were like, yeah, all the lanes are taken up. And I'm like, looking around, and literally half the lanes were not taken up. But I'm like, whatever. So we left, but at that point it was already 10 p.m., and I'm like, time to lay down for the night. I'm so boring lately. This is my college friend. Like, both of these guys are my college friends. So, like, you know, back in college, I was a partier. I was wild and crazy. And now I'm, like, a little happy to not be going bowling after dinner because it's like, oh, I get to lay down in my bed. I've changed so much since college, yo. But I'm still the same bitch, you know. They're the same, too, but they've aged and grown, you know. So it happens. I prefer us this way. We still have a great time. Oh my gosh. Alright guys, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna take care of this, do the dishes, and prepare for more cooking tomorrow. I'd cook every meal, man, every day. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm so happy to be back to this and not... Like, I'm not saying I won't ever eat out for a video or, like, order something in for a video, but... I do, in my heart of hearts, prefer cooking, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of you guys do too, so we'll see. I change my mind so often, it's crazy. At least right now, though, I'm pretty happy with how things are going and just going back to losing weight, you know? Alright guys, we'll hopefully see you guys next Monday. Maybe I'll do an extra video this week, we'll see, like I did last time, like on Thursday or something, but otherwise it'll be next Monday. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, that helps me out a lot. And then also subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't. We do mukbangs here, we do sometimes vlogs, like a lot of food related content. I'll do homemade meals, I'll do fast food sometimes like I was saying, or like takeout. But we have a good time here, and I just talk about my life, and like, you know, there's some health stuff that we talk about, there's some boring stuff that's just my life that we talk about, and we talk about the food, and like, I mean, it's a good time. If you're into this, if you like this video, this is pretty much what you're gonna get. This is what all my videos are, so if you like this, it's a good sign that you should probably subscribe. Anyways, I will let you guys get back to your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. All right, peace out.